What's up, everybody? Man, listen, this is your boy, Coach Clark. Hey, it might look a little different. I know you used to seeing my man, Coach Booker, in this spot, but I'm gonna carry the load tonight, man. But fret not, Coach Booker will be on, but man. But listen, we got an awesome topic tonight, man. We're gonna talk about some of the things that's going around this youth football and some of the people that are gonna be making a change in youth football, right? So, listen, we all been watching how this youth sports been playing out, man. How it's just been some craziness. Hold on, let me back up. Hey, man, thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, thanks for following us, thanks for supporting us. But listen, we're gonna dig into something real important. We're gonna have some awesome guests in here to really talk about this thing, man. Because, like I said, youth sports as a whole has kind of gotten out of control, right? So we're gonna have some guys on tonight, man. The new sheriffs in town, man. The new AYF board members, man, they just had a fall meeting. So they just had a new fall meeting, and then we're going to talk about some of the things they discussed, man, and some of the changes they're going to make around here in the Charlotte youth football organization scene, man. So I'm gonna bring my guy on, man. Coach Booker, man. Your boy, Coach Booker, man, who is one of the board of directors for the Charlotte AYF, man, that's been charged to bring about change in the area, man. And we're gonna improve this thing. So we're also gonna have a couple other guys coming on, man. So but again, I'm gonna introduce Coach Booker, man, and he's gonna talk about some of the things we're talking about with the other guys. And I think I got somebody else backstage here also. But before we get them on, man, Coach Booker, man, let's welcome Coach Booker to the show, and let's talk about your role in the Charlotte AYF, man, and in the new regime that we got going on.
Yo, check it out, man. Hey, look, thanks, man.
Yo, check it out, man.
It's
Hey,
your
look, thanks,
boy.
man. Hey, it's your
Building, man.
boy.
Hey, listen, man.
Coach
Thanks,
Boogie in
man.
the
Hey,
building,
listen.
man. Hey, listen, man.
Charlotte AYF,
Thanks,
man.
man. Hey,
It's,
listen.
it's a big deal.
Charlotte AYF, man.
It's gonna be a big deal
It's a
this
big
year.
deal.
That's all I can tell
It's
you,
gonna
man.
be a big deal.
It's gonna be a big
That's all I
deal.
can tell you.
My role
It's gonna be a
is
big
simply
deal. My
to help embrace the
role
new
is
change,
simply
to help support the new change,
new change, to help support the
to
new
make
change.
sure that we bring back the integrity
make
of the
sure
game.
that
I think we've
we
lost
bring
it.
back
You
the
said something
integrity of the
earlier
game. I think
about
we've lost it. You said something
the
earlier
integrity of
about
the game,
the integrity
youth
of the
football
game,
being out of control,
youth football being out of
and I just
control,
want to be,
and
I've
and
been
I
in
just
this
want to
thing for a
be,
while, been a
I've been
part
in
of the
this thing for a while,
YF for
been a
quite
part
some
of the
time, and I
YF
just
for
want
quite
to
some
make
time,
sure that when
and I
people
just
come
want
out
to make
to
sure that
the
when people
to
come
the
out
AYF, man, they
to
see
the
a fun,
AYF, man, they see a
family,
fun,
friendly
family,
type atmosphere. You know
friendly
what I mean?
type
Like
atmosphere.
somebody you want
You
to
know what
bring
I mean?
grandma
Like
out,
somebody
and
you
you
want to
ain't got
bring
to worry
grandma
about
out, ain't got to worry
grandma
about
seeing no fights.
grandma
You ain't
seeing
got
no
to worry
fight.
about
You ain't got to worry about
your OG pops, out there. Everybody just having
out
a good
there.
time
Everybody just having a
and
good time.
seeing the
Really
future
seeing the future
of high school
of
football
high
with these
school
young kids,
football with
man,
these young
and seeing
kids,
some
man,
good,
and seeing
healthy
some good,
coaching,
healthy
man. So
coaching, man.
that's what I
So
plan to do, man.
that's what
And
I plan
then
to do,
we
man.
just
And
want we want to
then
be the
we just
biggest,
want
baddest
to be the
show in
biggest,
town when it
baddest
comes to
show in town
youth
when it
football.
comes
We
to
want
youth
Charlotte,
football. We want Charlotte,
Metropolitan City.
Metropolitan
I
City.
think we should be on
I
top.
think we should be on top.
And that's what we're looking at.
And
And I
that's what
think
we're looking at.
we got a
And I
couple
think
of
we
our
got
guys
we got
gonna
a
come
couple of
on,
our
I'm
man.
gonna bring him on, Coach. Looks like my
guys gonna
man.
come on,
Don,
man.
man. Is he backstage?
He's
Don,
on stage
man.
now. That's my
He
man, Don.
backstage.
Welcome to the show, guy.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Listen, man. So as we bring you guys on, man, I'm just gonna let you guys introduce yourselves and kind of tell us what your role is in the new regime, and kind of what made you want to be a part of this new organization, this new board organization. I should say.
Well, I'll go ahead and start, man. I'm Don. I've been in the football scene for about 8 years now. I've had my own program for 5 years now. And man, I just enjoy working with the youth overall, man. The youth, they are our future. So what we do with them now, what we teach them now, will carry on with them throughout the rest of their life, man. So we want to make sure we teach them all the right things at a young age.
Right.
My involvement with AYF, man, I'm just here to bring back structure to the league, like Booker said, the integrity, man. And we just trying to make youth football great again, man. Youth football has gotten way out of control over the past few years, man. We just trying to change the narrative on the youth football scene here in Charlotte, man. So
I love that, man.
what we got going right now with AYF is something real special, man. The things we got in place are like immaculate, man. We separating ourselves from a lot of different leagues around the area, and man, we just want to be one of the greatest leagues around the area, man, around the Charlotte area, North Carolina, period.
Gotcha.
And I believe that we're gonna go ahead and deliver what it is that we trying to put out there, man. So
I love that, man. I love what you said, man. Bringing back the integrity of the game, bringing back, like Coach Booker said, the love of the game, the purpose of the game, as we all know, for youth football is development, right? Helping these kids get to the next level, teaching them sportsmanship, and basically teaching them about life, because football is, like we say, a metaphor for life. So having said that, Coach Booker, what are the ones?
Hey, listen.
Oh, I'm gonna let you. Hold on, man. I know you ain't used to be a guest, so
Yeah. I'm in the guest seat today.
Go ahead, man.
But it's all good. Hey, but listen, you heard what Don said. Don said his name is Don. Don, what is it? Donald Trump said, "Let's make football great again." So you heard him.
I like that. Hey, he played a play on the MAGA.
So you heard that, right?
So we Mafa make football great again.
Yeah. But check it, man. Don ain't just new to this. You know what I mean?
No, he coached my son.
Masterminds. He got a group called Masterminds. He's the head of president. I guess you the founder of that group as well, right, Don?
Yes,
and not only is Don, come on, man, we got to give you your credentials, man. Hold up, man. Let me get your credentials. And then
give him his flowers.
Yeah. You got to get a man his flowers.
Say less.
And so he's also the founder or head. What do you?
State director for 5 Star Nation, North Carolina.
5 Star Nation.
Okay.
Heck yeah. That's up and coming, man. I think it was down for a while. And then now Don's in there, man, and he making that thing. He about to resurge and make that thing pop.
Yeah.
So that's fire, man. And we appreciate you doing that. And as a matter of fact, I'm trying to get my little squad in the tournament too. I saw the advertisement.
Absolutely. Pull up,
Mungo is the promoter of
Mungo, if you listening, Don King, the promoter.
Jakey Promoters.
Yeah.
That's my fam.
It's PJ King, not PJ Mungo.
Yeah.
He the promoter.
He gonna make it happen, baby.
Yeah,
Shout out to my cousin too, man. He the new head coach of the Hardings girls flag football team. So shout out to my cousin, man. TJ Mungo, man. He's always out here trying to elevate the game at whatever level he's possible, man. So shout out to TJ, man.
So yeah, man.
He is a winner.
So I just wanted to, let people know, Don. I mean, a lot of people know him. I just, building a relationship with him myself. But the more and more I find out about you deep in this thing, baby.
Yeah, like I said, he coached my son.
Yeah, he committed to it.
He coached Jackson.
I know he ain't never ran into me on the football field.
He say, "Hey man, hold on, man. We ain't gonna get into those bragging fights.
Yeah, we're gonna talk a little trash.
Let's just go ahead. Hey, look, like I said, I know you used to being in this chair, but let me go ahead and conduct the interview.
Oh, you gonna
Just be
be quiet.
Just be a guest. I'm gonna let you say.
Hey, I'm looking for all my people though. What? Hey, here go Biz. Hey,
hold on, man. Hold on,
be quiet.
Coming to the stage.
Break on in, man.
One of my guys, man. One of my homies, man. Day one guys, man. Always been a real one, man. I ain't say no less, man. Say less. My dog,
Look at him.
T Bizzle.
Yo,
What up, baby?
do what it do. What's
That's my
going
guy,
on,
man.
baby? You see the,
Hey,
you see
so
the
check this out,
background, you
T.
see the
As we
vibes?
introduce you guys to the stage, man, I want you to kind of talk about what brought you to the board and what's your role in the organization.
Oh man, they hit me up and try to get me out the couch. And he said he tried to take this thing back to how it was, and I was all in. So pretty much, man, I'll be assisting the board with communication and rules and regulations, and I definitely be out there on those fields and get my field marshal on. So
Lord.
getting back into
That's
the
gonna be
groove,
straight.
baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, leave that thing at the crib though. I know like you like to be. let the police handle that part.
Yeah,
Coach.
for sure. we said we was
You
gonna
just
have the
enforce the
police
rules.
out there. You know what I'm saying?
You
That's
let them
right.
carry it out.
That's
But
right.
yeah, man, I want to ask you guys a couple questions, man. You all can chime in. So it's a general question, right? So why did you guys feel like there was a need for new leadership? I know Don answered it and Booker kind of touched on it. But what's your take on it? Why did you feel like there was a need, a new regime, man, a new sheriff need to be in town, man? What was your calling for this organization? That's on you, Biz. What brought you back?
Say it again. I'm
I
sorry.
said, what's one of the reasons, what something that you want to implement, and one of the reasons why you felt like you need to be a part of this, new organization, the new sheriffs in town with the AYF Charlotte, man, and some of the things that you want to see brought back to youth football.
Oh man, we got to get a game back to the youngest, man. We got to make football fun again, and we got to start somewhere. And why not now? But that's what it's all about, Fernando. Putting the game back into the kids' hands, man,
Right.
and trying to get the younger coaches more knowledge and so set them up for the next level. That's what it's all about for me, man.
Absolutely.
I don't got a dog in the fight. I'm not affiliated with no organization, so I'm here to do my thing, man. I'm here to serve Charlotte, man, the youth of Charlotte.
Right. So we know, man, like, in the last few years, man, like I said before you got on, this thing has kind of gotten out of control with the youth football, like, and everything's become social media hype and all that thing. So if a parent was to come to your organization, any of your organizations, because I know you guys aren't, like I said, you're not affiliated with anybody. If a parent decides to bring his kid to AYF Charlotte, what's something they can expect as regards to development and mentorship, having a nice family safe, friendly environment, man, balance free. What are you guys doing to implement those changes and making those things happen for the parent that happens to bring her kids into the organization?
Gotcha, man. We definitely trying to set up a safe environment. Making sure everything's going right at these fields by providing officers at the field and safety and all kind of measurements we're going through. We're definitely trying to implement the coaches clinics. Remember back in the day, we used to go to the Glacier clinics and just getting the guys together, man. Coaches meetings and all this good stuff, man. To make sure that these guys provide a safe environment for the kids, man.
Right. So we want to bring it back, like Booker said. We want grandma to come out there and just be able to watch her grandbaby do her thing without having to worry about, if she's gonna have to duck for cover and run to the car, things of that nature. So,
sure.
But there are some things happening in AYF, right? There's a couple changes, man. So I want you guys to talk about the addition of the D3, right, and why that's important because like we discussed this before, not on the show, but D1s are basically all-star teams. The D2s are basically the old D1. So now you're bringing in D3. So for some of those kids who, aren't as developed or maybe new to football games. So let's talk about why you guys introduced the Division 3.
Let's let Don.
Anybody can answer that.
So the reason why we implemented the D3 division is so that everybody got a fair chance at competing. We got some orgs out there who, like you said, are not on that elite level yet, but we feel like they still deserve the same exposure and recognition as those teams that are on the elite level. So, we just trying to make it fair across the board for all the kids. So that's the reason why we implemented that division right there.
So let's talk about what's your take on that, Coach Booker?
Yeah, yeah, like Don said, man. Really, man, we want to at AYF, man. We want to get max participation in every division. To be honest, we want when we take this show on the road. Well, first of all, locally, we want to make sure that, like Don was saying, we want to make it competitive across the board, man. We don't want to make unfortunately, some teams are just not as developed as other teams. And we don't want to deter people from saying whether we don't want them to make that decision as far as joining the AYF or not joining the AYF. Hey, I'd rather go join another league because AYF is just way too competitive for me. So, because you know what I mean? So we opened it up. We're opening it all the way up and saying, hey, we're going to have our D1 teams, we're going to have our D2 teams, and we're going to have our D3. And hey, listen. And you can't have a big ego. The key to this thing is the coaches and the head of these organizations, you got to kind of drop your ego and don't think because you're a D3 program that, you're not a good coach or your players are lesser. And, the truth is Charlotte and the surrounding areas is watered down. We got a lot of leagues around here that just don't call for, all D1 teams. That's just what it is. It don't call for all D2 teams. So we just wanted to keep the opportunity for teams that are not as competitive and as a D1 or a D2.
So let me ask you this. So what are some of the qualifications say, you can't have a team that was in Florida last year on the D2 or D1 level. Now they want to come back as a D3 because they just want a trophy hunt, right? So how do you guys determine who's a D3, who's a D2, who's a D1? Or is that what the organization itself declares itself as?
Really, me personally, man, I say we just determine it off of history or organization history. You look at their stats over the years, how they've been competing over the years, and then we can kind of determine what division will suit that team the best.
So you allow an organization to declare where they want to go, or you kind of guide them where they need to be?
I think
we give that option to hey, we know who should be in D2 or D1. For example, if the Giants came in, I'm gonna just use them for an example. If the Giants came in, we all know that's a D.
Stop playing.
That's a D1 organization, right?
Get on out of here.
If they was to be like, yo, we want to go D3, it's like, nah, come on now. You can't do that. That's not fair to the teams that are not on your level.
So is that to say, from an organization historical standpoint, or historical, or the players that they're bringing to that D3 team? Say, for instance, they got a bunch of kids. If you're familiar with the Giants, you pretty much know who those players are. So you guys been around the game. But if you see a bunch of new faces, some kids, that may be a D3 level, and they decide, hey, listen, we want to go D3 with these particular kids, is that an option?
Absolutely. So if they wanted to create a D3 team aside from their normal teams that they run with, of course, that is an option.
Right. So, now how far can they go? Are they just going to play local? Are they going to go state? Are they going to regional?
No,
or do they go all the way to the Nationals?
Yeah, they go to Nationals as well. So everybody get a chance to go to Nationals. I believe that D3, they don't have to go to regionals to go to Nationals. D3,
okay.
I believe, yeah.
Yeah, D3 can just win their city.
Okay.
They can win the city championship and they get an automatic bid to national. And I think that's fair, man.
So they're trying to build that up.
Yeah, they're trying to build that up, and they're trying to get more teams in that thing. So instead of them having to travel to the regionals and then play there, and then I think eventually they will have to. But right now they're giving bids just to try to build that bracket up in the nationals, man. And we want to be a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte AYF, we want to be a part of it. And as far as I think you were asking, how do we pick?
How do you determine? Yeah, right.
Well, you kind of some of it, like I think I heard Don say, some of it's based on some history.
Mm-hmm.
The history of the teams and how well they've fared around here in the city. Some of these teams are coming from other leagues that may not have played as competitive football as Charlotte AYF. So so we kind of do it like that, and then we give the head of their program, the president of their program, we give them the opportunity to tell us,
right,
you want, where you want to be. You want to be in D1. You think you're D1. You think you're D2. You think you're D3. Whatever. And we kind of letting them make those choices, and hopefully we get it right.
Right.
Hey, don't get it wrong. We might not get it right the first time.
Absolutely.
It might be some teams that made some mistakes and got into in there with them big dogs.
Right.
and it wasn't so favorable.
Gotcha.
But hopefully we can do it where it balances out, where they're not in games where they're getting blown out or whatever.
So you want to keep it competitive.
Yeah, but the D3 guys are gonna play against D1 guys and D2 guys all season. So we're gonna make sure that Charlotte AYF whatever teams that are in Charlotte AYF, we're gonna make sure that those teams are battle tested.
So let me ask you this. That's interesting you say that. So we kind of treat it like high school ball. If a D3 team is playing a D1 team, it's kind of like an out of conference game. So that won't count against their, overall record in regards to getting into the playoffs, or it is what it is.
Yeah, no, they play. We're gonna play regular season games. When we get to the playoffs, no D2 team will play a D1 team, or no D3 team will play a D2 team.
Right.
And I think we were saying that you're probably like 3 games before you can declare your team as D2.
Gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
But I think you have to declare D3 off the top. But I think
Gotcha.
we're giving you like 3 games before you can declare your team as D2. You should know by 3 games.
Right. Absolutely.
But when
you
it comes to the
because you only have a few more left. So
exactly. So when they get to the playoffs, if you're in D2, you're playing D2 teams. If you're in D3, you're playing D3 teams. So same as D1. Right.
Yeah. So shift gears a little bit on this. One of the most exciting things that's happening in football overall right these days, even at the high school level, man, is this girls flag football, right? It's been sanctioned now. Girls are going to college off, scholarships now. I know it's like it's big, like the big time football, but either way, they're getting some money and the offer to get an education for free. So are you guys planning to jump into that girls flag football phenom that's going on right now? And anybody can. Coach Booker, let me ask you.
No, Tony probably let Tony
go
get
busy.
on.
Go busy.
Hey, absolutely. We already on the wave. We're gonna have I think it's 10U, 12U, and 14U. That's what we're.
And we're definitely trying to jump into the 8 too.
Right. We discussed that last night. We're trying to get into the younger age group. We're definitely throwing our hats out there for the ladies, man. Definitely.
That's what's up,
I've been
man.
to a few. I'm sorry to cut you off. I
go
went
ahead,
to
Coach.
a few Friday night events that Day has at West Charlotte. Went to check the girls out a couple weeks ago, and boy, I tell you, this is gonna be fun, man.
Hey, I'm
excited.
It, bro.
Yes, sir. I'm
excited.
Gonna get
it.
Especially with me having 2
high school
granddaughters.
championship at Bank of America Stadium. So this
sir.
thing is big, man. So like I said, it just got sanctioned, and they got somebody put like $1 million behind it, man. So they really trying to blow this girls football thing up, man. I love to see it, man. I think football is America's game, man. So everybody should be participated at some capacity. So let's skip on to that, man.
I think that we're super excited about girls flag, man. That was one of our big discussions and big topics, and the one thing we're trying to like I said, we're trying to step into every space that we can as it relates to AYF football or just football in general. And that girls thing, Day-Day's excited about it. The board, we're excited about it. The organizations that have these girls, they're excited about it. So that thing is gonna blow, man. We're super excited about it, to the point where we're even gonna try to add a 8U division. And guess what? They gonna get the opportunity to play for a state championship.
I love that.
Yes, sir.
So being that it's such a new sport, and a lot of girls will be their first time. Are you guys offering any type of camps or clinics to kind of teach these girls the base of the game? How to run routes, how to catch the ball properly. You just conditioning. We all have these boys football camps. So are you guys gonna open up any camps or any training opportunities to these young ladies that's interested in playing girls flag football?
Well, I think it's a great idea. Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah. No. That's what I was gonna say. Go ahead. You got it, Book. That's a great idea.
I think it's a great idea. I don't think that's on the table just yet as it relates to the AYF organization. The only thing we're doing right now with our coaches is having our regular tackle clinics, in order to get certified to coach in the league. We're going to have those, but we don't have anything in place for a camp. However, exceptional idea. Now, what I can tell you is Day-Day and Aunt Gibson them have opened up a league on Friday Night Lights where I don't know if these girls need a camp.
These girls bring it.
Right. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes,
they
sir.
go get it, man. I watch some of these like girls play, man. Like Butler has a girls team. They're man.
And
listen, they gonna get it.
And our state foes, Winston-Salem League, they got some awesome teams out of Winston as well and surrounding areas, man. So this girls flag, we done dipped into that thing a little bit, So yeah, but the
Man, listen.
camp,
Yes, Lord.
anybody out there listening that's committed to doing a camp, hey man, there you go. It's a great opportunity for you.
Hey, Lando, I
I'll
seen
be in
a
there.
team come down for probably like 2 weeks ago from Winston. Man, they was running student body all the way down the field.
Come on now.
Yes, sir.
They got an
Student
old coach
body,
somewhere.
play action. Hey, coach was doing his thing, man. I
Yeah.
saluted
Oh,
him because
that's
he
an
had
old
those
ball
young
coach
ladies.
right there.
Man, he had those young ladies out there balling, man. They look good doing it. Straight up.
Well,
I
I
was
love that,
excited.
man. So let's kind of touch back on some other things, man. Like I said, uh, you mentioned this earlier. In order for a player to be developed, the coach has to have some knowledge, right? So you guys have talked about where you guys at in regards to having these coaches clinics, kind of teaching some of these new cats that's coming into the game, man, the basics of football and how to, and basically how to coach, how to game plan, and how to run an organization. So you guys got something like that in the works as well,
The, the,
like a
Mo-
coaches clinic.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So last night we talked about that in our AYF meeting. Kind of like we used to do back in the day when you had to go through you were at least required to go to the Glazer clinics and get through that Glazer clinic and show that you went there, get some credentials. We also done that back in the old AYF.
Right.
Well, yeah, we're gonna offer a coaches clinic where we're gonna get guys to come out. We're gonna get community guys to come out and not just talk about just football. You're gonna talk about business. You're gonna talk about a lot of different things. We're gonna get some nutritionists out there. We're gonna get some high school coaches out there that's gonna talk about what goes on in high school football. Gonna talk about how to practice. Showing young coaches on how to practice. How to set your practice up.
Mm.
Some guys are not that knowledgeable about how to structure their practices. So we're gonna have guys to come out. We're gonna do a little bit of all of it, man. We're gonna kind of touch on all of it. If they, for whatever reason, they can't make our clinic, if they can't make our clinic that day, that's the only way. As a matter of fact, it's a mandatory. The
Mm.
only way that you get a badge, the only way that you get credentials to be on the AYF sideline this year
There we go.
is, as a coach, you gotta go. You gotta come to the clinic. And after you show that you've gone through the clinic, then you'll sign in to say I was there. Boom, you qualify
Mm.
to get a badge.
I
Right?
remember that.
If you can't make it, then we're gonna have you to go online and take a coach's clinic
I
course,
love that, man.
and we're gonna make sure we want to make sure that every coach has credentials when they step on the sideline and understand where we're trying to go with this thing and understand the new landscape and hell why not you every coach should want to have bullets in his gun, baby,
Come on now.
and learn some more shit.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Man, we some old school guys, right? So, as an old school guy, one thing that burns me up is when I see a coach on the sideline
Uh-oh.
looking like he just left the club.
Oh shit.
He just rolled off from the club. He's still sagging. He got on white tee and are you guys going to enforce a standard? Because if you don't, I think you should.
Oh
A
yeah,
coach should look
we
like a
definitely,
coach,
we definitely
right?
enforcing that.
We're gonna let Don
Like,
speak on that.
There you go, Don.
Yeah, we
Boy, he shook
definitely
his head. Go
enforcing
ahead,
that.
Don.
Hey, Don got in there quick.
yeah. We're not having that, man. Your staff must have on something to represent your organization. You must look like a unit. You must look unified on that sideline. If not, then we're gonna have to implement something to where those coaches can't be present on the sideline until they have the proper attire. Like we said, bro, we setting a whole new standard. It's different now. A lot of things are not gonna be tolerated, bro. And looking like a unit is one thing that we implemented for teams and their staff members.
An old school player one time told me, how you dress is how they address you,
Yeah.
right? So if you don't
Absolutely,
look like
100%.
authority, no one's going to respect you as authority. I remember back when our day, man, Betty's Ford, man, every coach had we were uniform. Every coaching staff looked the same, bro. And that goes a long way in how you perceive, right? That's the ref's going to look at you different. Your opponent's going to look at you different. The general public's going to go to. And more importantly, your players are going to look at you like authority. Like if you dress the way they dress, you look like their big brother coaching football, right? So I hope you guys, and I'm so happy to hear you say it, that is the standard, man, because nothing, like I said, nothing makes me more upset than I see a coach on the sideline looking like, like he should be sitting in the stands. So I'm glad you guys are enforcing that, man. And so,
And let me say, here's the deal, man. And I think that we made some good choices of organizations that we've allowed in the league. So I think these guys are going to comply. I think a lot of these guys have good structure. I don't think are we going to be 100% with that? Probably not going to be 100%. We still got work to do, right? But I think the guys that we brought on, they're gonna have enough respect for the new culture that we're trying to create here. So, and then truth is, man, I was talking to Bizzle after the meeting, and we talked about when an AYF official pull up to your football field that you hosted, your host date, then you might want to tighten that thing up.
right.
Make sure that the teams are exactly looking the way they're supposed to look. As far as the team itself, that's up to the president of the organization. But as far as what we're asking you to come dressed, uniform, looking like a coaching staff, making sure that we're also going to have a lot of visibility as it relates to badges. We're going back to having the lanyards around your neck. We're going to have the lanyards around your neck. We're going to make sure that the ID badge is visible enough. We give you a certain amount of coaches that can be on the sideline, and the referee can look over there and see that badge. So you're supposed to have 7, coach, and it looks like you got like 12. So somebody got to go, right? So we're doing that for safety purposes. Allow the coaches to have room, because a lot of these jokers will come on your sideline and they be in your coach's box
And be coaching you.
You be bumping into them. So yeah,
Run this, coach.
so it's a lot of thought process going in. And Day, what you doing, bro? I know you ain't still practicing, dog. I need you. I sent you the link, Playboy. I need you to log on.
Hey,
So Day's putting a lot into it, along with with the board of directors, man. So yeah.
So we talked about that. We touched on that, and it's, again, it's for the integrity and overall safety of these players, right? We want to keep the sideline. So what are we doing? What are you guys doing as far as crowd control? Having parents on the sideline.
That's
you guys are playing in all fields that have a gate around the field, and there's no access if you're not a coach. How are you guys enforcing that?
So we'll have signs posted everywhere for everybody to see. Of course, our field marshals will be monitoring who enters the field. And if you don't have that badge on, you just have to go to the stands. It's just as simple as that. No badge, no entry to the field. So it's going to be strictly staff members only, on coaches, team moms. That's it on the field.
Yeah.
And Bizzle, as a field marshal, how are you going to carry those things out? Are you going to have a team, that's assigned to, we going to Dean Smith it, man? We going to four corner it, or you going to have somebody at the gate? How you going to enforce that?
No, if you don't got that badge, that lanyard, I only want to see coaches and team moms. Period. On my sideline. Everybody else to the stands, man. Let the coaches and team moms do their job. And at the OTB, man, I run a field all day by myself. I'm gonna keep that sideline clean.
Oh, I already
It's
know
either
how
that,
you
or
do.
you can go watch your kid from the stand, or you can watch him from behind the fence.
And let me say this, and just let me add this, man, that we've also had an extensive conversation behind the scenes about how we spend a lot of money for these police officers, bro. We talked about that, right? How much money we spend on security, so and how much money we spend on referees. So they're part of the show, right? So they're part of the security measures that we put in place. So when a referee, like I just spoke earlier about, when a referee looks over there and he knows it's only supposed to be 7 or 8 badges over there, they're visible. He has to step in, to start throwing some flags, because fans are these fans gonna try to sneak down on the track. The fans
Yeah.
gonna try to sneak on your sideline.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. So we give the referee a number saying, hey man, the credentials are eight people on the sideline. If you see beyond eight coaches, maybe we should establish that at the beginning. Hey coach, show me your 8 people, and we count them out. Boom. Okay, this is what I expect to see. And then then the referee will get involved in that.
Right.
So that'll help control it. That was one of your questions, right?
Right, absolutely.
And then security, we're gonna have security to do more than sit in their car and just chill outside the gate.
Get a check.
Yeah. I understand you want to protect the money, protect the gate, get close to the gate, and that makes sense. But we're gonna be asking for our security guys to do more, man. Patrol the sidelines a little bit better than in the past. Because, man, listen, I coach middle school football. And I coach middle school football, bro. And if you come and the middle school football be packed, it be jam packed, bro. They be jam packed. But there's nobody on the sidelines. There's no sidelines. There's nobody playing football on the sideline. There's no parents with baby strollers on the sideline. There's no
Absolutely.
You just don't see it. So my question is, to me, I started looking at the leadership, and I started saying, well, shit, man. If they can do that, it's the same type of event. It's a football game.
It's a football game.
We have a fence, we got a track, and we got to play in the teams. And there's nobody out there in middle school. So what's the difference between them and us and youth football? Come on, man. We gotta do that, right? We gotta do that. So that's a big emphasis on bringing back the integrity of the game, man, and making it safe for families and stuff to come out. So that's one of our big things, man. We want people to feel safe about coming to our games, and we want that visibility to be there and that safety to be A1. And I think we got the right guys on the board when they ain't playing around, bro. These guys are dogs, boy.
I got you. So, I'm glad you said that. Bringing back safety, bringing back integrity, protecting the kids is the bottom line, right? So what is your guys' selection process or the organizations that you allow into the AYF Charlotte? Is there a standard we got to go by? You got to have this many years of experience or blah, blah, blah. What's your guys' selection process like when you invite teams into your organization?
Now, see, this is where we need Day, but we'll let Don.
Definitely.
I'll be honest, man. I've already done turned around a few different orgs, bro. And you know when the org is going to be a problem, bro, just off of the interactions that you have with them. So what was the question again? How do we determine who's a good org?
What's your selection process? Because everybody can't go, man. Everybody can't get into VIP.
Yeah, you know who's about their business now, bro. You know who's willing to comply with what you guys are putting out and who's not. Because those who's not willing to comply, they question everything. And if you question everything we trying to put out there, then you're not fit for us.
Right, gotcha. So you need to get them up out of there.
Yeah, and I done did it already. I ain't got no problem.
And you already started the process of elimination.
Let me add to that a little bit, man. So it's going to be, and it has been, somewhat of a interview process as well.
That's what I was getting at.
Interview process where Day, Don, some guys from the AYF whole group. Bring a group in. We interview them. We talk to them. We tell them what the new culture is and where we're trying to go, what the expectations are as an organization, what our expectations are for them as an organization, and then let them make a decision as to whether they can meet, our expectations, right?
Right.
And another thing that Don, being around here in football for a while, you just kind of know who those guys are.
Right.
Some of those guys. However, the process will still be the same. We still gonna have a conversation with everybody, right? And say, yeah, I don't know. And it might be some teams out there that might think they are automatic in. Nah. It don't go down like that, man.
That. Keep it fair.
It don't go down like that because it might be some. It's some bad apples in your organization that we know about.
Ruin the whole patch.
That we done observe either in spring football, previous fall football. So there is a selection process. We ain't just saying, oh yeah, you can come to AYL. Yeah, you can come to AYL. Cut the check. No, cut the shit. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
Right, man.
He said, "Cut the shit." All right,
Yeah.
hey, well, this is not a kid show, so
Yeah.
we gonna let it fly. Hey, listen.
We ain't
So
doing that.
last year, they brought some national championships to Charlotte, right? So what are you guys doing to make sure? Hey, Charlotte is the hotbed, man. People kind of getting away from Florida, kind of some of the things that happened down there over the last championship series. So what are you guys doing to make sure Charlotte is the final destination for AYF? Everybody wants to be on the road to Charlotte. What are you guys doing to make Charlotte the hot spot?
You want to rock with that? I'll add to it. Tony, who y'all want to do with that?
I just say separate ourselves from the rest of the AYF leagues. Honestly, just try to be the best AYF league we got around. Just hold everybody accountable, man, and just show the people that's above us that we're doing a good job and that we're changing, the environment around. And I think that will draw more attention back to the Charlotte area. Like, because I know of a AYF league right now, and I'm not gonna mention what league that is, but they don't even send teams to nationals. They just have a regular season. They don't even send their teams to regionals, nationals, nothing, bro.
So keep it in house.
Yeah, man. So just doing the right thing, bro. Really, and that'll bring the attention back to the city just by doing the right thing, bro. So just separating ourselves from the other AYF leagues and just doing what's required and doing what's right.
Absolutely, man.
Tony, you want to add to that?
Hey, man, just whatever, everything Don said, man, just setting the standard, man, and making it fun again. Like I said,
Standard is the standard.
Yeah,
that's right. Putting the game back in the kids' hands.
Yep. I think to add to that, man, we, Day has, along with us, it was a thought process behind this whole thing. That's the reason why we separated it D1, D2, D3, right? We want to give everybody an opportunity to play in a division that gives them an opportunity to potentially compete for a national championship, right? So that's the reason why we got this D3 created, man, because we might not come back with any championships, but we might come back with that D3 national. So we created that. We put teams in that D2 that we feel like that can play the competitive D2. And the D1 boys, they out there too. So yeah, I think we won some national championships now. We ain't sleep out there. We might not be winning as many, as say these guys that got these big D1 programs or whatever, but we ain't sleep. I think right now this year, man, I just think this year is gonna be crazy, man. I think we're gonna see a big improvement. I think that because the energy is already there,
right?
The vibe is there. Now it's about putting it on the field and applying it, and it's about application basically. So yeah, man, I think we line it up. I think we done lined it up, and there's a thought process behind it. So I'm expecting some national championships. Back to AYF Atlantic region. It's a competitive ass region,
right?
First of all, it ain't just us. It's a competitive ass region now. Ain't no doubt. We even got guys from teams from South Carolina. In this thing, we got teams from Raleigh. We got
Fayetteville, Hickory,
Fayetteville.
Hickory,
Shelby. Man, come on, man.
So I'm glad you said that because that leads me into my next question, man. Let's talk about some of those teams, organization-wise. You can say the organizations that you guys are expecting big things are that's going to represent this region well, that can possibly go down and just take some championship. Not just Charlotte teams like you guys mentioned, Hickory, all these other places. So let's throw out some organizations that people need to be on the lookout for this year.
Shout out to the Carolina Reapers, man. This their first year. They first year having a season. They played this spring, and man, they got some numbers over there, bro. And they constantly growing. And they out of Hickory, so be on the lookout for the Reapers for sure.
Okay. They can't be the only one.
Hey man, I've been on the couch, so I'm excited for everybody.
Tony, hey, look, man. Hey, look, Tony. This is like, hey, how many coaches you got? How many lenders you got? That's all I need to know.
And let me
So
see some good football.
so
That's it.
I might be able to help out with that.
Okay.
So we got
Shoot, I can't leave out the Gators neither though. The Cabarrus County Gators. They
Okay.
up and coming. They've been consistent. They've been sturdy for the past 2 seasons, last fall and this spring. So yeah, shout out to them, man. They up and coming too. They
man.
out of I think like Kannapolis or Concord up in that area.
Yeah, and you got to talk about the guys from Raleigh.
Okay.
Raleigh the PTE organization is crazy out there in the football world. So I think they might have had a 6U that won the national championship last year. So we're looking for them
Yeah, yeah.
to come back and potentially compete for a national championship.
Absolutely.
I think
My bad, fella. I joined a little late.
Hey
oh
man, you
Oh,
gonna let
there
me
you go.
introduce you, cuz?
come
You
on man,
finally
don't
let
nobody
them.
even
You
know
finally let them
Hold
kids
on.
out of
All I
practice.
see is a Yankee
This
hat.
guy just look like he just broke in into the. What you doing, dog?
He had them kids
What
out
you
there
got
all
on?
You out
night.
there creeping, boy. What's up with you, Day Day? Hey man, listen.
What's
So
going on, man?
before we gonna bring old Day Day on the stage, but I want you guys to talk about some of the teams right here in Charlotte that y'all expect to make some noise as
Oh,
well.
okay. I'll let Day, you want to talk about it?
Um, time like fill me in. What we was talking about?
All right, so go
Go,
ahead,
go
go ahead.
ahead.
So his question is, what are some of the organizations that are currently in the new Charlotte AYF that you have high expectations for as it relates to potentially
Oh,
competing on that national stage? Is that what you're talking
Yep.
about, or just doing
On the national level, locally, that's gonna
local? Yeah, they're
dominate.
just
You
look.
know that we expect big things out of
Well, we don't. Yeah, go ahead.
regionally, locally,
I
nationally.
know a few. I'm gonna put my.
We can't say the Ducks. That's
We
too
can't say the
biased.
NC Ducks. Come on,
They
man.
ain't gonna
I
no,
say
can't
the
say.
Giants.
I throw my
They,
name
I
into the
Go
told
ahead,
ring.
put
Day
your
he got to
name
not
out
stop
there.
Yeah,
mentioning
go
the
ahead,
not
Day
Giants.
Day.
not necessarily. I feel like I'm gonna be honest, all the way honest with you. I feel like every team that joined the league gonna be competitive. Just to be real, and we gonna make each other better because I just feel like the league is at a point where I feel like no team is like just that bad. Everybody got a lane. You know what I
Mm,
mean? So I think that with us playing each other throughout the season, gonna prepare us all for um, states and regionals. So I think we all gonna be good, man. Like some gonna be in different divisions. So I don't like to compare and contrast divisions, but I think we're gonna be good as a whole. To be real,
absolutely, man. So one of the things we talked
I think we're
about.
gonna look. I think we're gonna look good. I
Go
think
ahead,
we're
Daddy.
gonna
I'm
look
Yeah.
good
sorry.
going in the regionals. I said I think we're gonna be look good going in the states and regionals as a league.
I
Yeah.
love it. So before you got on, man, we talked about there's a new sheriffs in town, man, and you
Mhm.
obviously the head sheriff. So let me ask you this: what made you bring the guys that you selected onto this new board membership? What was it about these guys that you selected to ride with you to change the whole face of the Charlotte Football Youth Organization, or the Charlotte football scene? Period.
I'll start
What
with
was it
ladies.
about these
Ladies.
guys?
So ladies first. I speak on. I go one by one. Lynette. When I first came into the game, she was part of one of the biggest programs in the city. TCE. Stuff they did back in the days was like they set the bar for big organizations and leadership and building boards and things of that nature. And I never forgot about that. Also, what she doing over there at Chambers, with being in an environment that has a lot of men, but still being able to control that environment. So that was a no brainer for her. Booker been doing this for a long time. He was one of the guys I looked up to when I first came in the game. He always gave me valuable jewels, whether we was playing against each other or we was just chopping it up for our football goal. A lot of people don't know about Betty Ford Saints, but I do. And the things they did in the community paved the way for a lot of stuff that we doing now. So that's like I said again, that's a no brainer. Tony T Bizzle, we've been tight since I started doing this thing. We I sent him kids, he sent me kids when he was coaching. Um, when it came to OTB, when I first started up, Tony, one of my guys that always reached out to me and said, "Bro, it don't cost you nothing to hit me up. I'm always willing to help out some kids." It never was about no money or anything when it came to him. So I valued that friendship and relationship and the way he deal with people. I knew that he'd be good to be on the board for AYF, and then also with the passing of his mom. That was big for me because I knew who she was, and I had to get him off the couch and get him back in this thing because, you know,
Say
that
that.
can be depressing. You know what I mean? So that was for me to get Tony in there. He don't know, but that was big for me as well. Um, Don, I've been knowing him for a long time. We come from the same area. He like one of the guys that I can see when I fade away. If that time come, him being able to still hold it down. I look at it. There's a lot of me in him, so that was a no brainer as well. Chris, man, when you come to content creation, people that's in the era of what's going on right now, he understands what it takes to push a movement, a program, and that with that camera work, he one of the best in the area, and he takes his time and has the time to do it. Um, and it's genuine with him. So when it came to content creation and putting stuff together, I had to go and get Chris. Um, who else we got? Jonte, national champion. Um, G Top been around for a while. I can see him one day taking over that program and doing great things with it. Again, another good guy that mean well for the kids. So that's kind of that's a breakdown of each person and why I chose the Pacific people. And I could have chose 30 other people, but those are the guys that I felt like if I wanted to make something work. And like I said, I don't gotta speak on Leon. Leon, that didn't go without saying.
Right. I love that, man. So it sounds like you were very intentional and had put key people in key positions, man. So I know this thing's gonna be successful just based on the whole selection process. So well, you know, being that you just got on the show, man, what are some of the things that you personally are implementing and want to see change, you know, for the Charlotte youth football scene? What is some of the changes you're looking forward to with this great organization you assembled?
Just bringing back competitive, safe, and capital letters football. Being able to went back when I first came in, I used to love to just go to the field and just sit out there and talk football and laugh and joke and spend my day at the field with no drama. I want to get back to that. I want to get back to where the kids can have a friendly environment, but still be competitive. Um, Organization. Like I was telling the guys yesterday in the meeting, I'll never forget that it's a business too. So when it's a business, you have to run it as such. So just getting everything back to business and safe.
All right,
Not
so
saying it was bad, not saying it was bad, but we could do better.
but everything can improve. So if I bring let's say I bring my kids out there, I got a son that's playing. I'm up in the stands, but I got a couple other kids, me and my wife. What's some of the things we can look forward to being at the game? There's going to be some food out there. There's going to be some music. There's going to be some other entertainment for these little youngins. Or what are you guys planning to bring from an entertainment factor outside of the football game?
I think that's one of my strong points is being able to make football games eventful. That's always been my goal is to make a football. I never want you to feel like you come into a game and you just come in as football, then I leave. I want you to be able to come. You got tents with different stuff, funnel cake, lemonade, icy car. You got different food trucks. You got music, a DJ going. You got live DJs. You got people announcing the game. You got that's why the environment I like to have with games. I think we have got away from that a little bit over the last couple of years because we taking the football too personal.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think that if you and your wife come to a EYF Charlotte game, y'all will be y'all will feel good leaving. Like y'all will be able to see the difference right away.
So am I going to be able to feed my family out there at an affordable rate and not be able to pay my light bill, or I'm still going to be able to pay that light bill and have some affordable fun?
Look, stay away from certain trucks.
You can't control the pricing structure, huh?
Hey, I tell you what, I got one of the best cooks in the city right
Mr.
here.
King, baby.
One of the best
King's
cooks
wings.
and the best coaches in the city right here with me right now.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
up, King? I know when you talk about King, when you talk about
You
food.
must got Kevin with you.
Wait, I can't
Man,
get yet.
as soon as he
Where
said
Kev at? You
food,
got
I knew
Kevin
who he was
with
talking
you?
about.
No.
That's my. Hey, look here, boy. That boy played for me. What you talking about?
My dog.
Oh, there you go. What's up, bro?
What's going on with it?
What up,
Hey,
Kev?
listen, bro. I had them King boys out there running things, boy, back in the day, boy.
Oh,
Yeah. So
they
anyway,
was different. They were different.
hey,
They
them
were
King
different.
boys are
Well,
different,
King,
and they'll fight
yeah, King was. Hey, Day, let's talk. Why don't you talk about the new things that you're trying to implement, man? I know the presentation. I think Day is putting a lot of emphasis on the presentation. Is what he's talking about.
Right.
When you come to an AY event, I think it looks like he buffering a little bit, but when you come to an AYF event, the presentation is super important. Like that attracts people. Let you know, and Day always talked about the visibility when you walk up.
Right.
It looks like an event. It just doesn't look like we're just out here playing some backyard brawl football.
Right.
It looks like an event. And then I think Day you might want to talk about the Tuesday night lights and things like that you're looking to implement. So you want to talk a little bit about that?
So we was gonna wait a little bit to reveal it, but since we talking about it, let's go ahead and talk about it. We was going,
Get out the bag.
so we're gonna. I don't know if you guys remember. Maybe 5-6 years ago, they used to do Tuesday night games, or it was Thursday. What was it, bro?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Memorial
It was
Stadium.
one.
I played on Tuesday night.
Tuesday night lights. That was fun.
They used to do Tuesday night games and Thursday night hype games, and all leagues would come out because nobody playing on those days, and everybody came out. And it was like big. I remember that, and I was a part of some of them, and I wasn't a part of some of them. So I want to get back to that. So what we're doing is Fishback is gonna be power through Fishback. He's gonna come out. We're gonna set up. I don't know if you guys watch the Saturday college show before the college game happened. They go to the different colleges and Cam Newton or Stephen A. or Shannon Shaw, whoever it is. They sit on a podium and talk football. Some players come up, just different stuff. We're gonna do that every Tuesday night and bring out the speakers and all that kind of stuff. Just bring entertainment back to football. So parents come, kids come. They look forward to being in Charlotte AYF. You want to set that standard and that bar for kids to know what league they in and know the difference between the league they in as well. And I think that's what Charlotte AYF gonna bring, and that's why we're going back to the Tuesday night hype games, because our social media presence is gonna be it's gonna be out there.
I ain't mean to let the cat out the bag.
No,
It's out
good.
now.
Hey,
Shout
I'm
out to
glad-
Fishback, man. Gonna be bringing that Tuesday night lights back to you guys. So there's a lot gonna be happening throughout the week, the weekends, and I know Booker had talked about it. Talk about your AYF weekly update show. What's going on with that program?
If you want me to talk on it, or you want Booker to?
So basically Monday night, man, we committed to making sure that the AYF family and everybody that's out there in the AYF family, all of the followers, everyone that's following the AYF, and as parents, coaches, it's been a while since you're able to see where you stand from week to week. The records are gonna be posted. Who is gonna be posted, and not only are we just gonna post it, we're gonna do exactly what we're doing right now. We're gonna talk about it, right? We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get some guys on every week. Bizzle, whoever can come on Monday nights, man. Right here on the Line Sports Media, we're gonna talk about it, man. We're gonna get out here and we're gonna talk about some of them kids that balled out, and from the Giants, from the Aggies, from the Masterminds, from the Ducks. We're gonna talk about those kids so they can hear their name being called, or their coaches can, and that's a motivation for these kids, man. And then for all the followers and all the haters. We gotta
have haters.
We're gonna bring that energy back we're gonna show y'all what Charlotte AYF is doing, man, and we're gonna talk about it.
So if you said spotlighting kids, so you guys gonna have a player of the week, player of the year, player of how you guys are gonna reward those guys who have outstanding games and outstanding weeks and years, the whole season. You guys gonna have a player of the year, talk about it. Let's talk about it. How are we gonna reward those guys?
I don't think we've actually implemented that.
I think you should.
I think we do. I think we got a platform. I think OTB kind of does that on a bigger platform with the award show that they have with the OTB. I don't think AYF actually has one of those shows in place yet where you can honor each kid for their accomplishments on the field.
There you go. Let's let that cat out the bag.
But we definitely can.
Got a whole bunch of stray cats walking around here. So
good idea though.
Hey, we definitely can implement that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, guys. So, like I said before, there's some new sheriffs in town. There's a new regime. All right. So, at the end of this season, when we're back here at the beginning of next year, what do you guys want people to be saying about Charlotte AYF football?
We're gonna let Day answer that.
Somebody got a hot mic.
My phone started buffering. Could you hear me?
Man, get off that cricket, man. You making all this money, man. Get a Verizon or something, bro. And still on them cricket phones.
Bat phone.
You know he got throwaway, so you know. But anyway, so a year from now, they're gonna say this about this organization.
Oh man, we need to be over there.
We need to be over there.
Yeah.
How we get over there?
How we start?
Come on, man. You gotta give me more than that, Stringer Bell. Give me more than that now. Come on now.
I think you gonna you
You
know how they be putting them.
Let one other guy.
You
Leon, answer that. Answer that, Leon.
You with Leon?
Oh, you got Avon and Stringer Bell in the car?
Leon ain't on the phone.
You got Avon and Stringer Bell.
I mean, it's simple. I mean, in a
Go
nutshell,
ahead, Booker. Since you got the good mic, let's go.
no, but in a nutshell, he just said it. Don, put Don back on. But in a
Yo,
nutshell, he just said it.
I'm here.
He just
I'm
said
here.
it.
I'm
A
just
year
letting
from
my-
now, after AYL plays a full season, come back with national championships, it's gonna be people jumping the fence, man, to get on this stuff.
Yeah, but why? Why? Not because what is it so attractive about this organization that people got to get over here?
Yeah,
Come on now.
Hey, we gonna play
we the
some big
best
time
league
football.
around. We the best.
Go
league
ahead, T.
around,
Bizzle, say it
man.
again.
Very competitive, well structured, hold everybody to a higher standard.
Safe.
Holding people
I like that.
accountable
Faith,
when
family.
they're not holding up the standard. Yeah, that's what people want to be a part of, bro.
I love it, man. So we want to have a nice, safe, competitive year is what we're saying.
Bro, this is the bottom line, man. This is the number one football environment that you want to be in if you got a kid that's trying to get raised up and get to the next level from year to year, bro. We're putting together, like I said, once again, we'll go back to what the grassroots is D1, D2, and D3. We're giving you a platform to play on three different levels, bro. Like, who doing that? Ain't nobody else doing that, man.
And the girls.
So if you got some kids that get out of the rec ball, get out of all the rec ball leagues, we got a D3 league that we're gonna put together, man. That's just gonna make this thing competitive across the board for everybody. And all those other characteristics that these guys just named. You know, we're gonna make it a competitive atmosphere, a safe atmosphere. We're gonna make it fun. It's not just a game; it's an event. You know, we just talked about the events. They say you don't want, when you pull up, you don't want to think it's just a football game.
Right.
It's an event, man. So the presentation is gonna be great. The ambiance is good. The structure, our sidelines and stuff, we're cleaning that stuff up, man. And we holding people accountable from the security guards, the police officers to the referees, bro. So and we just making this thing fun, man.
I love that, man.
So yeah. So why wouldn't you want to be a part of it?
And just to reiterate this is the new Charlotte AYF. It's not the old Charlotte AYF. This is the new Charlotte AYF. So a lot of things have changed. So feel free to come on over and give us a shot and see what we about, man. Don't shut us out or count us out just because of what occurred in the past. That is no longer. This is the new Charlotte AYF.
Hey, Bug said, what Bug say? Aston Martin.
Of course.
Of course.
And let me say this, man. We say the new Charlotte AYF. Right? So Charlotte AYF's been around a long time. We do know that. So yeah, it's just it's a new culture.
Right.
It's a new.
There you go. I like that new culture.
It's a new culture, right? Just creating a new culture and a more innovative exciting environment, right? So, the guys before us, Mo Evans, uh, did a good job keeping the AYF charter afloat, right?
Yes,
He he
sir.
he
Shout
did
out
he
Mo
he did
Bamba.
he,
Mo
he
Bamba.
did a great job, man. Mo Bamba,
Mo
Yes,
Bamba. I
sir.
love
Mo
it.
Mo
Bamba,
Bamba.
yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
yeah, he did a good job keeping the AY. Just like the president, you get four. It should have been 4 years, and reevaluate that thing. And then okay, if don't nobody want it, you do another 4 years. Hell, Mo did about
Mo
15
Mo
damn years.
declared Mo declared martial law. So as long as he
Yeah,
president, ain't no
for sure.
elections.
For sure.
He trumped that thing, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
So Mo did a great job, and now it's just time for some more innovative guys, a bigger team, a larger team, some guys with some a little bit more energy, man. Mo kind of had gotten a little laid back, and then not only that, man, it's, Mo said it himself that he sacrificed the culture. He said what did he say? Damn, I don't want to quote him wrong, but he said yeah, he basically he did. He let a little bit of the culture go,
Hmm.
right? And he let a little bit of the culture go, letting teams in, letting people kind of manipulate situations based on
Sometimes you get tired of parenting when you've been
yeah.
parenting for a long
So
time. You
so
just
he
let the
said
little ones get away with some
he
stuff.
started saying okay to a lot of shit that he shouldn't have been saying okay to. So now, boom, he left the charter out there. It's in good hands. He's still coaching football inside the AYF. So Mo is still gonna be an impact one way or another. He's built enough relationships
Absolutely.
around the
Solid.
AYF nation. Okay,
Definitely
he
gonna. We
built
still gonna
enough,
need him,
and,
right? We definitely
and
gonna
he's
need him.
he's still a notable figure out here in Charlotte youth football. But now it's just, hey man, no pun. I don't think he has any harsh feelings about who he's putting, past the reins to, and that's just what it is. Yeah,
I
that's where
love
we
it,
are.
man. So in closing, man, we've been on here for quite a little minute. So I want to give you guys all an opportunity, to kind of say what's on your mind and tell you why your why for this organization and what other people's why should be for joining this organization. So I'm gonna start with you, T Bizzle. What's your why, and what should be people that want to join this organization? What's their why? What should their why be?
I mean, we're gonna try to take this thing to the roof, man. Competitive football, competitive, safe football, getting the game back, getting these kids recognition, playing good football every Saturday, having fun. That's the key
Competitive
word. As long as the
football.
kids having fun, it's competitive, the kids having fun.
I love it.
Hey, you ever heard when they say if you build it, they will come?
If you
That's
build it,
right.
they're gonna come.
We're gonna have this conversation in 2, 3 more years, Orlando. Lando. We're gonna have this
But see
conversation.
there, look at your government me out,
Two,
boy.
two, 2, 3 more years, we're gonna have this conversation, bro. And we're like, well, when we talked about that, if you build it, they will come. Like I told the coaches last night at the meeting, man, we're only gonna be as great as you guys.
Absolutely.
If you got a problem with something that's going on in the league, hey, let's not run the social media. Let's get in contact with each
Mm.
other. Let's sit down with men. And I was one of them coaches. I was a firecracker, but we all grow up. And the only way it's going to work is if we get the coaches, league, board members, everybody on the same page, parents, everybody on the same page. It's the only way it's going to grow. It's going to grow as long as the coaches is doing their job and we're doing our job to support these coaches and support their organizations. 2, 3 more years for Lando, we're going to have this conversation. My bad.
Two more.
Again, I dropped
I wrote it down. I already saved
my man.
it. All right, Mr. Don, what you got for us, babe?
My why is, this is one of the biggest leagues in the nation, one of the number one leagues in the nation, and it has endless opportunities for the youth, man. So, and I just want to be a part of that, and I also want to be a part of, the implementing the structure and the standard that we're trying to produce here, um, and just turning things around. Organizations that's joining us or thinking about joining us, your why should be, we offering many things for your org and for your athletes. Exposure for your organization, exposure for your athletes. That's what you want. Um, and you also want a safe and fun environment for your kids to come and play in, your parents to feel comfortable in. You want to be treated fairly, and we're gonna do that. We're gonna deliver that for you. Because I know I'm not shooting shots at no other leagues, but bro, a lot of leagues don't treat all orgs fair. They got their favorites over here. There are no favorites. We all one. We all a unit. Everybody's gonna be treated equal, and yeah, that's my why, and that's the reason why I feel like orgs should join the league.
Awesome, man. Finally, Coach Booker, what
Yeah.
you got for us, baby boy?
Yeah, and I think we all have some of the same sentiments, man, as it relates to creating this safe, family, fun, friendly environment, man. You know, and I think we all, I've heard that in everybody's why so far. We're gonna create a safe, fun, friendly environment, man. This is about our communities, man, and our communities, kids. There's a lot of pressure on these kids in these communities, man. We're trying to build the biggest, largest platform to where they can come inside and dream again. You know, some of them dream of being here. I mean, we got kids that's going to play big time high school football and NFL and on to the NFL, and you see AYF national always talk about the kids that played in the national championship games that are now impacting college football, and you always see them giving those guys those flowers. We want to create that platform here as well. Not with just, I want to see the best coaches. I want to see coaches elevate themselves. You know, I want to see coaches study the game. I want coaches to, you know, put their colors, whatever organization they're in, put their colors and that name on their chest and do it with pride, and you know, and take ownership of that, right, and step into that. So I really want to see this community, man, the neighborhoods here in Charlotte, man, just elevate these kids, man, and that's what I want to see. I've done it, Pop Warner. I've done it in United. I'm AYF now. I've done it AYF for a long time, and I just want to see everybody just elevating and have a really good time doing this. Because at the end of the day, man, these kids take this shit serious. When these kids get out the car, man, and come to your football,
They ready to go.
They got expectations.
Absolutely.
You faced up with them now, right? The expectations are up. So I'm just hoping that everybody gets that same energy. Day is doing an exceptional job so far trying to build a platform. The thought process is truly behind it. So my why, man, is just to see everybody just really enjoy this, man. From the, like I said, from the referees who sometimes hate being on the field, but now AYF has created an environment to where now they can just ref the games, right? You know, where now the families can come to the game now. They don't, man, I ain't going out there to West Charlotte.
There you go.
Now they knocking down. They trying to get there on time now. So we're trying to create that environment, man, and that's what I want to see, man. Now at the end of the day, I want to see some backyard brawls.
Yes, sir.
As far as on the field, some friendly, very competitive, iron sharpen iron.
Leave it between
football.
the lines.
Yeah, and leave it between the lines, man. Shake hands at the 50, man, and get ready. And then when the state comes, Charlotte do its thing in the state. And then after that,
Take it on the road, baby.
everybody's
Yes,
together.
sir.
Everybody, we're together anyway, but we're gonna support. We're gonna support you no matter what. Whatever, if Winston-Salem makes it to the regionals, we're gonna be behind them. If Raleigh
Absolutely.
makes it, if
I love that.
Fayetteville makes
Absolutely.
it, Charlotte is 100% dialed in, locked in, and that's the environment that we're trying to create, man. And if you mistake us for anything else, then you're wrong. But this is the new regime, man, and we're trying to bring that camaraderie and that chemistry and that family atmosphere back to youth football. That's what we want.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
So, signing off with this, man. This is what I got throughout this interview. Family, fun, safety, integrity, and accountability. That's what you guys can look forward to, because these guys have all said the same message in different times and different, questions, but those 5 things have always come up. So I feel like if you guys are looking for an organization to join, if you got a first-time player, a girl that's just want to get into football, or a son that's trying to get into football, or somebody that's you've been in an unfavorable situation with an organization you're with, hey man, like Suge Knight said, man, come on over to AYF, bro. This is where it's at. You ain't got to worry about the coach out there, dancing, trying to be in the you know what I'm saying? Come to AYF Charlotte, man. So hey, listen, I thank you guys for taking your time, giving On the Line Sports Media, man, the opportunity to interview you guys and put you guys out there for this new regime that you guys got. Update us on your fall meeting and trusting us, to deliver and getting that information out, man. So all those out there listening, man, you heard it from me, Coach Clark, OnDaLines Sports Media. Get your kid an AYF. You're going to be a safe family organizations. Man, you're going to have some food. You're going to have entertainment. And at the end of the day, like T. Bizzle said, man, we're going to have some good competitive football over here. So with that being said, man, continue to like, continue to subscribe, continue to support OnDaLines Sports Media, man. Coach Clark, I'm out of here, man.
See y'all on Monday night on the line.
Monday night, raw.
Coaches show. All right.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Yes, sir.
All right.